17 February 2020 marks the 285th anniversary of the formation of a militia company formed by Morgan in what was known as West Augusta, or the western portion of the Virginia colony. Since that time, that organization has continuously served our nation, defending our nation and protecting our citizens at home and abroad. Today, the 201st Field Artillery West Virginia National Guard maintains that unit flag and banner of that militia company formed in 1735.
201st Field Artillery is the oldest continuously serving unit in the United States Army. We were founded on February 17th, 1735 by Morgan. They served through early years of the colonial time as just colonial militia, served in the French and Indian War, and then eventually they served in the U.S. Army, forming what became the U.S. Army when it was the Continental Army, by performing our most famous feat, the Beeline March. In 1775, they marched from Shepherdstown, West Virginia to Cambridge, which is 600 miles. They did it in 24 days, and you gotta realize these are infantry soldiers on foot, dragging their gear behind them. We've served in every major war. On our coat of arms, it actually depicts the wars that we fought in. So it's got two lions on the top of it to represent the wars with England. Those are the English lions, and they're dueling. Then you go down into the main part of the shield. The big thing that you notice first of all is the counterchain salter, which represents the Confederate and the Union sides. We fought on both sides of that war, being from West Virginia. The Mexican-American War, Spanish-American War, and Fleur-de-Lis representing our service in World War I. And that's when the coat of arms was created, was shortly after World War I. The 201st also has quite a bit of lineage in the Aleutian Island campaign. As a commander, it is it's probably my favorite part of the history. It is it's very important to me. I grew up in West Virginia. I grew up just around the Fairmont Armory here, and to know that a unit in little town West Virginia was so important to the formation of the United States and to the success that we had at Boston really speaks to me, like on a level, a personal level, as a patriot, to say, hey, I am part of that great lineage that has allowed us to be this great nation that we are today.
Currently the president of the 201st Association. The association was started during right after World War II, and I helped edit most of the editions of the history that you see around here. There are active duty units, about 6 of them, that can trace their lineage back to 1636. The difference is, we're the only surviving unit of the regional companies that formed the U.S. Army in 1775. I was also commander of the 201st during Operation Desert Storm. We all trained all my life to go into combat. This is the first time, the last time I think, that we've actually had a traditional forward edge of the battle area. It was a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I was in the battalion when we transitioned to Paladin. The 201st actually was a test battalion for the Paladin howitzer at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And they were wondering how come a National Guard unit, was showcased as for the Paladin. They call it the Star Wars howitzer back then. World War I doesn't have too much information on it, except we participated. But World War II, the entire regiment went to Alaska. The Japanese invaded U.S. soil, and they occupied several little islands. The uniform of the guy that wrote the first edition, the Aleutian Islands edition of the history, his uniform was downstairs in that lobby, and that's actually his uniform. I still am very interested in the welfare of the battalion, and we get together every other year and meet the old people, meet the young people, and we carry on the tradition. That's very important to me, and that I hope to continue. There's nothing better than having old friends get together from time to time.
Since the formation of our nation, the West Virginia National Guard, through its lineage with the 201st Field Artillery, has been serving our nation, both at home and abroad. We wish the 201st Field Artillery a happy birthday and all the men and women of the National Guard, and thank them and their families for the great service and sacrifice that they make on behalf of our nation. God bless you all.